All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Unit Prosperity's Monday night Google Hangout. My name is Valerie Mason. I'm part of the UOP Council, and welcome. And today we're coming to you, well, me and my business partner here, we're coming to you from Fort Lauderdale. I'm from New York, and I'm taking a bit of a vacation to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And I'm here tonight to basically show you how DS Domination is changing the lives of so many people. We here at DS Domination, especially in Unit of Prosperity, we know what it's doing for us, but you need to see it. You need to hear it for yourselves, how ordinary people are making extraordinary changes in their lives, and exactly how you can too. So again, I'm Valerie Mason coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Check out the palm trees. And DS Domination has done amazing things for me, but I want to talk about the people on this panel. Tonight, we have 9 people on this panel who are here to tell you just what it has done for them. So I'm just going to go and pick someone on the panel here and say, Sue, my darling, can you hear me? If you can, unmute yourself. Yay! And
Hey,
tonight,
Val, can you hear me?
yes, my dear, I can hear you. I can definitely hear you. Sue, thank you so much for being with us today. I've seen you in the group doing amazing things, but I don't want people to hear it from me. I want them to hear it from you. So, Sue, tell us, how did you find DSD? Exactly what brought you here?
Well, I've been online for over 10 years on everything and never made a dime.
Mm.
And then I came across Reginald Stinson, which I've known for years, a couple years now, and he got me into it, and God bless him, because it's changed my life. Now I'm finally, after 10 years, making an income, and I love it.
Mm.
It's changed my life, and at 65 years old, with a back condition and everything else, uh, nobody's gonna hire me. So I'm very happy that I'm here. I consider this DSD Domination my family. Everybody is so awesome. You're awesome. Um, I just can't say enough. I mean, it is so awesome. I get on it. Wow. That's all I can say about it. It's wow.
So, Sue, I personally wanted you to be on here because I saw a little bit of your story, and like you said here, you've been searching for 10 years?
Yes.
10 years, and you didn't make a dime.
No. Never made a dime.
Never made a dime.
No.
And then
I lost so much money on
uh,
one thing. I've lost over $500, and they closed down and just took my money and ran. And
okay.
I spent a lot of money making other people rich, and I saw DS Domination, and I can't say enough. I mean, it is a wow.
So you're 55 years old, and you have a back. Wait, 55? Wait,
No,
are you?
65.
Say what?
I'll be 65 in June.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I didn't realize. Okay, so you're going to be 65, and you have a back condition.
Yes.
So you're limited in what you can do to support yourself.
In a way, yes.
And how has DSD come to the rescue in that regard? How is it now that you're 65 years old and now you have something? How is that, what is that doing for your quality of life?
It's helping me pay my medical bills, helping me
Wow.
pay other bills. We own the house, so I've got to chip in for the taxes on the house, so that kind of helps.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary, because everybody talks about medical costs and how things are so expensive, and the fact that you have some money to pay for medical bills is no joke. That's a serious increase to your life when you have something that helps you feel better, which is your health. And here you are with DSD succeeding after 10 years. How did you find getting started with DS Domination? Was it easy? Was it complicated? What did you feel?
It was very easy. It is so simple. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, it is so easy. It's pathetic. I mean, there's no chasing people. People come to you and find you. I mean, it's so easy. I can't ask for anything easier than this. I mean, it's a brainstorm. I mean, it's so simple.
Oh, Oh my goodness, Sue. I am so happy to hear that because you hate to be in a position where you're struggling and you're out of options. And here with DS Domination, there's the solution. There's the option for you. Thank you so much, Sue. I so appreciate you being on the call. Don't go away because we
Thank,
may have a question or two for you later.
thank you,
So
thank
thank
you
you
thank you for the
so
invite.
much. Oh, I appreciate it. And who's next? Who am I going to get my hands on next? I'm going over here to Jimmy because he's nervous. Look, he covered his eyes. I'm going over here to Jimmy because Jimmy, he's so sweet. He was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, good. No, I was nervous too. And so, Jimmy, thank you so much for being on the panel and making time out for us tonight and being two gentlemen on the panel because we didn't want to be another ladies' night. We want to need some male energy. So, Jimmy, tell us, how did you come to DS Domination?
You know what, Valley? It's very, it's kind of crazy. I had been looking at DS Domination for a little while. I actually heard about dropshipping a while back. I had no idea what to do, how to do it. I just thought it was some eBay thing, and you know, I've been going through a lot of different things with in my personal life, with our family. You know, people still losing houses during this time, and for me personally, I mean, I'll tell you honestly, I threw up a huge prayer. And I went to, I actually went to church with my pastor and my wife, and she's a huge inspiration for me, my wife. And you know, I mean, there's nights where I've had sleepless nights, and the thing is that right now, when I threw up that prayer, I tell you, the next day I ran into your vlog. I ran into Reginald, and I ran into all the team of Unit Prosperity, and my dream was alive again. My dream was alive again, and I can't tell how anybody out there, if you're looking at this for the first time, I can't even mention how big of a blessing this is to be in my life and to be able to, right now, just be able to bless other people in my team. And that's the huge impact I've seen with DS Domination, is that just with $20, you're able to go ahead and impact people's lives for the rest of their life with the education. And not only that, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going off, but I'm just so excited.
Go!
The Unit of Prosperity, I'm telling you, I've been looking for the system that Reginald has put into place for over a year. Val, I'm telling you, over a year I've been looking for a system that would be something like what the Unit of Prosperity offers. And for him to give it for free, it blew my, I mean, every day when I'm going on there, the training, it just continues to blow my mind every single day. The gold nuggets he's gotten there, the coaching programs, the walking you hand in hand, and that's what I was looking for. And I think a lot of people out there are looking for something very similar, is that it's not just how you make money, but it's, you know, it's who you make that money with, and how can I help somebody? Do I have what it takes to help somebody else make money? And with the Unit of Prosperity system that we have here, absolutely 100%, 1000%, the answer is yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay, this dude said he was nervous. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. And just a minute here, just to let you guys know, anybody who's watching this hangout right now, at any minute you feel inspired, you feel motivated, you feel you can't wait to get started, there are two buttons underneath this video. One to join our team and one to get more information. For those of you who are serious, click join our team. As Jimmy said, $20. And he said, my dream is alive again. How many of you people out there have had so many dreams? I don't care what it is, how big, how small, for yourself, for your family, for your kids. You've had dreams of doing things, of achieving things, of giving them things. And how many times have you joined a business like Sue and it disappeared? You lost money. It didn't work out. 10 years of struggle. And then all of a sudden you find something where your dream is back, where you're feeling yourself again, you're motivated again, you can continue to go forward. This is what we're talking about here, okay? It's about your dream being alive again. Now, I have a question, Jimmy. You have a wife. Now, you have a wife, you have a family, and how has it been? Has DS Domination taken away a lot of time from your family? Has it gotten in the way of reviving your dream? Is it in the way at all for you?
Not at all. You know, I really love the system. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of like going to school. I think I have a lot of team members who have been in different companies, and a lot of, there's different people out there. Some people want the easy, quick, fast money, and this is not. It's simple, it's easy, but you got to work at it. You got to work on your craft, and it's kind of like, I kind of equate it to going to school. If you are serious about going to school, you're going to get good grades. And the same thing is here, is that if you put the work in, you will get the results that you want, and that's what I love. I mean, I remember coming on here a couple months ago, and just I'm going through all your videos. I'm not your stalker, Valerie, but I watch a lot of your videos, and you get me excited. And I watch a lot of, Keisha Bass and a lot of these other leaders. They're just so giving of the information. There's so much value. But to answer the question, it has not gotten in the way of anything. It's just actually brought us closer together. Because I'll tell you, she knows I have no eBay experience. I didn't know how to open an account, and she had to help me do everything. So it's actually brought us really close together, and allowed for us to, we don't have kids yet, but I can finally see, I tell you, my dream is alive. My dream is very simple. I want to raise a family. I want to be financially free. And the thing is that this has allowed for me to really see that it can give me the freedom to go ahead and start raising a family, and really being able to fulfill my wife's dream of traveling the world and taking care of our extended family as well. So if anything, like I said, this does not get in the way. It is right in line with what I exactly want to do. It's the right time, and it's the right opportunity for me right now.
Okay. It's very rare that I am speechless. I mean, it's very rare that I'm speechless, and this is the truth. As many videos as I make, and I must say, I'm here sitting here. We're saying we're about to start crying because it's that passion that you feel, and it's there, and it's going strong, and you just want to do ordinary things, have a family, give back to your extended family, help others, and that's what we do here at the Unit of Prosperity. Prosperity. That is the key word, and that is what we do here. And Jimmy, I love you, dude.
I love you too.
Thank you so much for being on. I so appreciate it, and we're gonna see you again. But don't you go nowhere.
All right. Not going nowhere.
Nikki, because something just happened to Nikki, and we need to talk to Nikki. Yes, girl, I'm going to you right now. We're going to talk to Nikki. If my screen would just stop freezing. We're going to talk to Nikki. Is my screen frozen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great, because it's frozen for me. Oh, wait, Nikki, put it back up. Nikki, put it back up. Okay, everybody, do you see that? Do you see that? That is proof. That is proof. Cha-ching. Yes. She received money right now on the Hangout. That is proof that this works. You're not going to find many Hangouts where people can show you proof of income right on the minute. I think people's phone just, was that a cha-ching on your cell phone? Okay, people are cha-chinging. I'm about sick of this. And someone else cha-chinged before the Hangout, but we're going to go to that later. Okay, Nikki.
Can you hear me?
Yes, girl.
Okay.
Nikki, please tell us, what on earth brought you to DS Domination?
That's a very good question.
Yes. Can you recall?
It's been a ride. It's been a good ride. I'll tell you that. I started in December. One of my high school friends was posting her the same thing. She was posting her, PayPal things from her phone.
Yep.
And after I'd say about 10 of them, I was just like, look, what are you doing? Because I have PayPal. I know how PayPal works. I know you just don't get money in there, without doing something. So, what are you doing? And, she sent me the information, and I'm telling you, I didn't even get through the whole, what is it, like a 9-minute video that Roger has?
Yep.
I didn't get through that video because, like, right through the first maybe 3 or 4 minutes, I'm like, there's no thinking that needs to be done for me to jump into this, because I've worked overseas for the past 10 years, so I'm all about online shopping. So I'm an avid Amazon fan. That's just what I do. That's the only way I could get my shopping fix. Was to buy online. So after watching Roger's video, it's just there's no words for it. It's just too simple of a task for me to do and make money. And you see how easy it is. My phone just went off. So this is number 4 for me today.
Whoa.
And I didn't come into this business to, go all out into recruiting and stuff like that. I didn't really, I'll be honest with you, I didn't come into this business with any specific goal in mind. And And the reason I say that is because I don't know anything about marketing or network marketing. I'm an accountant. You know, I have absolutely no background in this whatsoever. You know, I have my last count, I'm almost 70 team members. I'm at 68 or 69 team members. And you know, my team goes 3 levels down, and you know, they're all doing very well, you know, and that's all I can ask for, you know. And my thing is, like I said, I didn't really come in for recruiting. It's just too easy. It's too natural of a progression as you start seeing your results. I tell you what, after about a couple months, I came in with thinking that I'm going to dominate this eBay thing because it was too simple. I get a rush whenever I get a cha-ching, you know, and I just attack it and just go after it, you know. And after all of this training, I mean, it just makes you want to go after more. And I hit power seller. I have my bronze, Oh, I can't even think of what it's called. The
high rated seller.
Top rated seller, and then the bronze power seller. I got those rankings, and I mean, that just made my day, you know. That just made my day.
Now, Nikki, tell me something. You joined in December, and you're an accountant by trade. Now, are you a full-time accountant right now?
I quit my job in August. You know, oops. But I did.
So you quit your job in August. I just want to get a timeline here. You quit your job in August. So were you out of work between August and December?
Technically, as far as getting a paycheck, yes.
I think the paycheck part counts.
You know, yeah. I mean, I started my own business overseas as well. So I mean, and that's just a startup thing. That's just a goal. That's just something that I've always wanted to do myself.
Right.
But you know, I mean, that's just something that I'm going through. But
okay.
You know, but no, a paycheck.
No.
Oh, how I miss him. Excuse me. I'm not gonna say I miss him because I don't miss him anymore because I'm getting my own paycheck. But you know.
Well, did you say she said she was getting her own paycheck?
That's right.
So Nikki, you joined DS Domination in December, and here we are. It's May 5th, right? Happy Cinco de Mayo. So it's May 5th. So tell me, what has DS Domination done for your life between December and May 5th?
What it's done for me from December to May 5th is it's number one, allowed me to give myself a pay raise every month consistently, just by calling up my buddies at eBay and having a little conversation. So I get that, and I'm consistent with it. Every 20th, I'm on the phone, so there's no doubt about that. So I get my pay raise. It's given me the ability to pretty much, I can sleep as long as I want to. I don't have to answer to anybody, past, of course, my customers. But, I mean, I don't have to report to anybody. Somebody else is not dictating what I do, when I do it, when I'm off, when I come to work, when I do this, and it's a freedom that you really can't get unless you're working for yourself. I mean, you really can't feel the magnitude of working for yourself until you actually do it. And I mean, this is second to none. I'm able to be home. I have my 94-year-old grandmother. She's in the next room. I don't have to have somebody, you know, we don't have to pay somebody to come take care of her, you know. I mean, you can't pay for the time with your loved ones. And I mean, now I have all the time in the world, whereas I was away for 10 years and I missed that.
Wow. Oh my goodness, she's gonna make me. Okay, so I want you to understand a couple of things, everyone. We're here talking about how we're changing lives, and here's someone who was away for 10 years, missing out on life with her family time that you can never get back because, honey, we can make more money, but we can never make more time. So she's getting back her time. She's compressing time. She's rewinding the clock. And I think what's also important to know is that I don't know about you guys out there, but how many of you have tried to ask for a raise and didn't get one? How many of you have to work for more people all the time and take on more responsibilities because you're just so good at your job that you get punished for being so good and you don't get a pay raise? You're never compensated. You have to get up earlier, stay later. You're never compensated. You're never paid what you're worth. You're never given the time of day. It's just expected of you to be there because they're hanging a check over your head. But here's Nikki saying, I'm my boss. I want a raise, I call eBay. I don't have to get up early because I'm my own boss. I can stay home with my family because this is what this business has done for me, and that is a real powerful story. And Nikki, thank you so much. I mean, I'm so amazed by you and what you're doing, and I'm so glad that you were able to be with us tonight. Okay, who's next? Who am I gonna grab? 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 I'm gonna grab the collection plate over here. I'm gonna grab the collection plate. Lakeisha. I've seen Lakeisha on here before, and let me tell you, every time Lakeisha comes on, I told Deetra earlier, I said she makes me want to pass the collection plate because she preaches, okay, and her story, you just got to hear it. You've got to hear the beginning, you got to hear the center, you got to hear the end. So, Lakeisha, tell us your story. What brought you to DS Domination?
Hello, Val. Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear.
All right. I'm not gonna make you pass the plate, but I just, when
Come on, I'm ready to pass it, girl. I'm ready.
When you're talking about the truth and you just spin the truth, you can't help but tell the truth. I mean, I'm ready to sign up again with Jimmy, and
wait, I'm sorry. Can we pause 1 second? Lakeisha, honey, can you back up? What you wearing? Team Excitement. Is that Carrie George?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Carrie's in the house. Carrie's in the house, virtually in the house.
Representing, yes. I am so happy to be here. I am a part of, the Unit of Prosperity, and I am so thankful to God that I was still connected to Reginald's page, and I saw, some information going on. I saw some stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this about? Because I've been around the industry. I am a registered nurse, been a nurse for going on 20 years. And I've been doing network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales. I've sold everything but cars and illegal stuff, So, I am no stranger. I am a, serial, I guess you could say, entrepreneur. And, I have done a lot of things in the industry, but I wasn't able to have the measure of success that I was desiring because of my team. I wanted so much for them, and I promised them, different things. Come along, join me on this, and we're going to make so much money. I ended up making money, and they didn't. The same story. We hear it all the time.
Right.
And again, you making money and you looking at other people and you promising them that they can do the same, and it doesn't happen. It just makes you feel, like not good. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to look for something else that I could do myself and make money on my own.
Okay.
Really, I was looking for something else to sell. And just stumbled upon DS Domination, and in my heart of hearts, I wanted to fire my boss. I've been a nurse. I almost hate to say it, because when I say that I want to quit my nursing job, people look at me like it's something dirty. They look at me like it's illegal. So just today, I was sitting here, and in the background, I was doing some stuff, and in the background, I had last week's hangout playing because I missed it. And as I listened to the hangout, I heard 3 other nurses. So today, between then and now, that changed my whole why as to why I want to do this business and do it with such a magnitude. Is because we as nurses, everybody looks at a nurse like, oh, it's such a glorious job. But if you've never been a nurse, you have no clue. Okay, so what I want to implore to everybody today, help a nurse out. If you know a nurse that's been a nurse for more than 2 to 3 years, hook a sister or a brother up and tell them, because I guarantee you that you get to a certain point where it's almost like a blues, and it gets to the point that you still want to help the sick, you still want to help people to get well, but at what cost? You have to take it home. And every time I lose a patient, I take it home. And that's the thing. I'm ready to help people still, but I want to help some well people. I don't mean for that to sound bad, but seriously, another way to look at it is I want to help people who want my help. When I teach you that you don't need to eat pork because it's going to run up your blood pressure, you don't want to hear that, because I love bacon. So it's like I'm preaching, you telling you don't eat it, but I'm gonna eat it when I get home, you know. But the whole thing is, again, I don't want to start preaching because I can get deep. But the whole thing is, if you know a nurse, my mission now is to retire as many nurses as I possibly can because I work with them. Been doing it for almost 20 years. Worked at over 30 something hospitals, and it's the same at every hospital. The nurses have a blues going on. Okay, so help a nurse. So if you know a nurse, that's my story. One other thing I want to say. I know that you all might have seen this girl, LaQuanda Mallard.
Yes.
You know her, Valerie?
Yes. Oh, what? Who don't know her in the group?
Okay. Well, Miss LaQuanda Mallard, I want everybody to know that because of DS Domination, I have a LaQuanda Mallard. My mother, I've raised my mother. Now, who you ever heard raise their mother? I just raised my mother to be my mother to be a LaQuanda Mallard. And my mother is Chichingan.
No, we're going to stop you. Keisha, we're going to stop you right here. You got a LaQuanda. LaQuanda's on your team.
No.
Oh, she's not. I'm like, girl, we need to talk about, I need to pull you to the side.
No. My mother is LaQuanda Jr.
Oh, get out of here. We need to get your mother in the group. We need your mother on the hangout because we need to have, it's like a family thing because if you've noticed, it's about family. You got Jimmy talking about him and his wife. You got Nikki talking about her and her grandmother. And here we got Lakeisha talking about her and her mother. Family businesses, okay? We're talking about family, keeping families together. How many of you are struggling to hold it together for your family? How many of you are struggling so badly that you don't know how you're going to either pay your mortgage, pay your gas bill, and you're struggling? And you know when there is financial struggles, there's going to be a problem, okay? And until that gets situated, until that gets figured out, your family is going to fall apart. And what do you do? What do you do when you are so tired of struggling? What do you do when you have to pay, steal from Peter to pay Paul? What do you do when your family's falling apart? You need another option. You need another solution. And here's Lakeisha telling us she has found a solution. She's in a job where it's thankless. I think we all know that story, where it's thankless, where you're tired, where you're helping people who don't want to help themselves at times. When you've been on teams where your team ain't making money, but you are, or the flip side, your upline's making money, you're not making a dime, okay? It's time for that to stop. It's time for that to stop. And as you see the stories, as you hear the stories, you see that stops here. We believe in helping our team. Unit of prosperity, prosperity. You can't be a unit. You can't prosper if you're separate. You can only prosper as a team. And we are here to help people. And Lakeisha, I have one question for you because you were a serial entrepreneur and I was a serial entrepreneur too. And I want to ask you, in your other businesses, what was your success level there?
In some of them, I went all the way to the top. But again, I didn't have the support. I remember in my previous business, I reached out to one of the leaders through Facebook, and she blatantly told me, don't contact her. I was like, really?
Now, have you experienced that in the UOP? Are you getting any support in the UOP?
Never. I mean, even people you don't know in the Unit of Prosperity will help you. And I feel so good, even still going back to some of those previous people in the past, because I feel good about plugging them into the Unit of Prosperity because I'm a night nurse and I work and I'm asleep and I still know that they're going to be cared for. I know that if they put a question in the group, somebody's going to answer them lickety-split.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, girl, I told you one pass the plate. I told you I'm going to bring the plate on here. Lakeisha, as always, thank you so much for being on here. And retire a nurse, people. Retire a nurse. I'm going to switch it over to, I'm out here in Fort Lauderdale with a friend here, a new friend, and she's co-hosting with me tonight, Ms. Deetra Jones. And it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know her. And but before I switch it over to her, girl, what is going on over here? Before I switch it over to her, I need to know, Aditya, what exactly brought you to DS Domination? I need to know what brought you here. And then I need you to tell us, what is it doing for you? You know, tell us, why are you co-hosting here tonight? Tell us, how did you get to this hotel here? Like, tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on, girl. So let me go ahead and mute.
All right. So, can y'all hear me? Yes? All right, Jimmy Chow, that's my man. What? We're having a ball tonight on this hangout. How did I get to DS Domination, or why am I here? Oh my God, I have got to slow down. My heart is palpitating because I just love myself some DS Domination and the UOP. What? Okay, we are having a ball out here in Fort Lauderdale. Let me see. I got to DS Domination. Let me start there. Whew, boy. Okay, I got to DS Domination because I was in another company and I met my sponsors there as we were all exiting. So I was so glad. I was so never so happy about an exit in my life. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in enough stuff over the past 20 years. I've been in network marketing in this industry, but never online marketing, but network marketing, because I am a facilitator. I am a connector. That's what I do. That's how we ended up here in Fort Lauderdale, because I connect on the spot, okay? Connection. That's what we do. That's what the UOP is built on, connection, but we'll get back to that later. So anyway, okay, so I met my sponsors at that event. Never lost contact. I got started right away, and I used to sell on eBay because I have 3 sons, and at that point they were little, and from the day that I knew that I was going to have to be taking care of them single-handedly, I was on a mission to find a quote-unquote hustle that was going to be my operating system in the background, okay, because I knew that I would be working because of the health insurance stuff, but I also knew that I had to have extra money. I had 3 children, and it was just me. Just me. My parents are deceased. They never met my children, so it was seriously, you talking about someone feeling like you're on an island by yourself? That's exactly how I felt, left, L-E-F-T, okay? I had no choice. I didn't have time to be afraid, so I decided that, you know what, Nordstrom's, at the end of the season, I go and pick up stuff, but I took pictures with dumb phones as opposed to smart ones, and so the pictures weren't great. So I took the pictures that I had, put that stuff up on eBay, and I sold it. And if it didn't sell, I took it back to the store, got a refund, bought more stuff, and made some more dumb pictures and put those up. Okay? So that's what I used to do. So when I came across DS Domination and they said eBay, I said, uh-oh, I think I found it. And like most of us, you know, you can call me a serial entrepreneur, you can call me eat cereal, whatever you want to call it. I was making some money, and I was going to make some because I had 3 kids I had to take care of. So that's what I was going to do, no matter what. Losing and failing was not an option ever, because I had 3 little tiny faces under the age of 5 looking at me every day. I didn't have time to be crying. I didn't have time to be having a pity party. I didn't have time to even be listening to what other people had to say. Either they were going to give me something to help me, and I don't mean a handout. That's not what I'm talking about, because I'm a go-getter, just like most of us. I just needed some help. But you know what? I didn't even have time. I was at 225 miles per hour every day, throwing kids from the car, whatever it took, I was doing it. So when they said eBay to me, I said, oh man, this may be something that I can do finally. So in the 20 years, I cannot tell you how I started making money almost right away. I mean, this is the only business, that I've ever seen that you did not have to be in some sort of cycle where you had to do the work this month but get paid next month. I didn't have time for that. I needed money right away, even as recent as last November, which was when I came into DS Domination. So as it turns out, I was working right on the Christmas season, so you know that was a field day. I started getting cha-chings right away, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I was so tired of recruiting people and hand-holding and babysitting and going to meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays and racing 30 and 40 miles up the road, spending up gas money. I was so sick and tired of that. So I was so happy when I found DS Domination, because I haven't gone to a weekly meeting since the fall of 2013, and I have no intentions of going to any. Now, I will see you in Las Vegas. That I will be doing. But I will not be going to anything on Tuesday or Thursday unless it's online. Let me just tell you right now. So if you have any interest in this business, I'm not finished yet, but if you have any interest in this business or the $19.95, which is $20. And come on, don't pretend like you have to ask somebody or pray about it. When's the last time you asked somebody when you spent the last $20? You didn't ask nobody, you just did it. So let's do this. So there are two buttons under this screen. One says get started. The other one says more information. I don't know what more information you might want, but a $20 decision, I don't know who you might want to consult for that. But just click the button, get yourself started, and now I'm going to go on with the story. So I came into DS Domination, did not know what I was doing in December. All I knew is people know that I'm a go-getter, and when people know your work ethics, seriously, when they know your work ethics and they know what kind of person you are, they are so quick to follow you. That's why this is not a business of recruiting, because I had no intentions of begging my family, asking nobody for nothing, because half the time they don't believe nothing you say anyway. So you might as well just keep doing what you're doing. And you know what? When they started seeing me do things that they did not think that I could afford, they wanted to hurry up and find out what I was doing. So I got 16 people started in December, 16 people, and they would ask me what I'm doing. I told them, I don't know. It's just called DS Domination. Get in where you fit in. I'm out. So I did what I needed to do, and the next thing I knew, they were all behind. Hey, you know what? I'm going to the front and the head of the class. That's one thing you know about me. I'm going to learn what I need to learn. And I'm going to show other people, because I am a single parent, and there's single moms and dads all over who are trying to make it happen and saving face. And the thing is, you can be transparent. That's how you grow, and that's how you process through this thing. So we have nothing to be ashamed of, but this is something that you can do. And you know what? I haven't been in a 9-to-5 job since I don't know when. And the one that I went on, I was supposed to be there for 3 days. They wanted me to stay for 10. I told them, no way. They were like, well, this is $26 an hour. I wouldn't care if it was $800. My heart is not in this thing. I want to be home with my children when they get home from school, when they have to go to football practice. I don't want to keep throwing kids from the car. I want to be there and stay there and watch. You know, when they go to the championships, I want to be there. But when you have to commute and be in traffic and stuff, it's very hurtful. Your heart hurts when you drop your children off, or when you have to leave your spouse and not come back till 14 hours later. Come on. And the environment that you're in, it's hardly an ideal environment. I mean, there's very few companies who even care anymore. So start with some type of small amount, $20, okay? That's pretty small. Start with $20 and then work your way up. You don't have to leave your house for this. So that's why I love DS Domination. And as Lakeisha was saying, you have so much backup. You don't have to call for backup. Backup shows up in the UOP. In the unit of prosperity, you never have to call for help. If you kind of raise your eyebrow, here comes 1,500 people, because we have 10,000. So 1,500 people will show up to help you. So anyway, that's enough about me. Okay, I'm trying to talk to somebody.
I gotta interview you just one time. Okay, mute.
What we doing?
Mute, and I'm gonna unmute. Okay, because I got something. Okay, mute. Turn down your speaker. Okay, because I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Okay. So, turn down your speaker because we're acting with Okay, there we go. Deej and I are here. We are in Fort Lauderdale. We're sitting on the balcony of my oceanfront suite, okay? And she's sitting across from me, and we're on the balcony, and there were palm trees behind us, an ocean view. And I just want to explain to you about the people that you meet along the way in your life, okay? There are people you're going to meet, and you're going to meet them for a reason. You can call it a season, where all that stuff they say, Medea, all that, you know what I'm talking about. I met Deetra because we have this connection. I'm a single parent, too. And Deetra loves to live out loud. She loves to live real. She loves to live life. And she struggled, and she served, and she's got her boys. And we connected, and we said, you know, we want to do something together. Okay. DS Domination has brought us together to meet, brought us together in this business, and now it brought us together on this wonderful vacation where we are now experiencing the good life. And this is just a small fruit of our labor. I'm living a dream for me because we're staying here at the Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale, and I've always wanted to stay at the Ritz-Carlton, but I never had no Ritz-Carlton money. I was also a single mom. I was on welfare at one time. living in the projects, 2 kids, Ritz Carlton, haha. The very first vacation I went with my kids, we stayed at some budget inn, and the sink was right next to my bed, okay, and it dripped, okay, and here I am. I don't know how long I've been looking for a business for 20 years. Since I was 19, I was looking for a business. And finally, I have found something. Not just that it's making me money. The team is making money. I'm here at this beautiful place, someplace I never thought I would be. There were days I would cry myself to sleep as I didn't know how I was going to feed my kids because my last paycheck, which was $100, went missing. Missing. I didn't have $100. I couldn't feed my kids. Do you know how badly I needed DS Domination then? Okay, I needed more than I needed air at that point because I was near death. I had no one. My family was far away. I had a couple of friends. I was a kid myself with kids. But things have changed because of this business, because of the people I've met, because of people in the leadership council, because of people on my team, because of people in this group who inspire me. And that's what we're all here to show you. We're here to inspire you. We're not here to brag. We're not here to boast. We're here to show you what is possible. And I have to thank Dietrich because I wouldn't be here without her. I wouldn't. And every single person you meet in your life is important. They are going to help you in one way or another. If they pull you down, more power to them because that's just more ammunition for you to do what you need to do. And if you get people who pull you up, hold on to them. Don't let them go. So that's my message, and I'm so thankful that I found her. And I wouldn't have found her if it wasn't for this business. So forget the money. I have a new friendship. How desperate are you for some good friends in your life? I know I am. So I'm turning it back over to you, but I just had to thank you on camera for being here with me today and sharing this moment because I was so nervous. So I'm going to turn it back to you, my co-host, and I'm going to back up out of this. And it's all yours.
Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so I don't want to talk any more about me. I really want to talk to the other panel guests. What I really will say, though, is that, you know what, I feel like I'm gifted in areas to facilitate these types of things. And in DS Domination, you can use the various gifts that you have because what God gives me is for everybody. Trust me. Because I was able to do this, it is a blessing to me to be a blessing. And that's another thing about the Unit of Prosperity, which is our team within DS Domination, is that it just really blesses us to be a blessing to others. And how many times have you been in a position where when someone needs, you can actually just check out some cash? I did not even say checkbook. I said take out some cash and give them some money that they can use. It ain't praying for people. They need some money right now. So you have it to be a blessing, and I love that. So anyway, next up on my panel, I will grab, let me see.
Who are you going to get?
You know what?
Who are you going to get?
I'm going to talk to Miss Heather Michelle Hickman because this girl has a story. I remember when she came into DS Domination, she started, I'm going to tell a little bit of your story, honey. Let's get this straight. She was coming in as a veteran from the military serving her country. She had very little money left. She took her last little bit of money and got started with DS Domination, doing it from a doggone smartphone. That's how she started. This girl was creating spreadsheets for everyone else to use to track their sales from her cell phone. And bless her heart, some people were asking her, can she tweak the form for them? And she was agreeing to do it, and I was getting mad the whole time. But anyway, Heather Hickman, this girl knows how to put it together. She knows how to make it happen. She is not a whiner. She is not a complainer. She sees the good in everybody. Lord knows she does. And she is willing to help. It doesn't matter. If you need her help, she is right there. So without further words, come on, Heather Hickman. Come on. Let's tell your story. Tell us about you, honey.
Thank you, hon. I appreciate it.
Unmute yourself.
Oh,
unmute yourself so we can hear you, hon.
Should be unmuted. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. All right. Okay, so yeah, I'm a service-disabled veteran of the United States Army. Spent the last 13 years actually fighting to get my disability, and it was $152. So that's all I was getting a month, $152. And another veteran came to me and said, look, I was just introduced to this. I want you to try it with me. I want to see what we can do with it. And like you said, I had $21 left in my account. And I said, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I can't go any further down. I only have one way to go. So I went for it. And I praise just everybody in Unit of Prosperity, because I couldn't have been any lower. I couldn't have had the least amount of tools and resources available. But because of so much inspiration, it didn't stop me. I found internet. I went to McDonald's. I went to Starbucks. I went to a local park. It didn't matter. Just any way to get on, I was going to do it. And I just got all my kids back into school, so my husband was like, look, it's time. You got to go back to work. We got to get out of this double wide or single wide 2-bedroom trailer with our 3 kids. We got to do something. And we're actually looking at buying a house within the next 90 days.
That's what I'm talking about, Heather. That's right.
That tells you anything. It's given us that opportunity. You know, I'm literally going from $152 a month to nearly $100 a day.
Yep.
And
yeah, girl. That's what's up. Yeah.
And I tell everybody on my team, I tell them the same thing. Look, you know, those that come to me about it, I'm like, look, I'm not going to bring it to you. You see what I'm doing. If you want to know about it, you come to me and I will show you. I'll walk you through your first sale. Yes. I'll post it with you, but I'm not going to do it for you. And I'm not trying to just like explode a team. I'm a big sister of 10. And I'm a mom of 3, so I'm used to holding hands. I'm used to helping them, and that's all this whole group is about. I mean, nobody's holding hands, but guess what? If you feel like you're fixing to fall back, there's always somebody right there catching you. Right. Always somebody telling you, take a breath. Look, you can do this. Take a step back. Get back in it. And I didn't have this much inspiration in the military. I loved the military. That was going to be my career, but unfortunately, disability stopped that. But I love every minute of it. I literally went from $20 days to, well, my last 6 days I've had $600 days.
Oh my goodness. How much? Oh, wait a minute, Heather. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I think you got me beat now. Did you say? Okay, first of all, let me just say that the income disclaimer, because we're gonna have to put this at $600 a day. Your results here in DS Domination and Unit of Prosperity are not guaranteed. We have no idea what your work ethics are. We don't know what you plan to do or if you're serious, but we sure are. So any income that you hear about is not guaranteed. So, excuse me, I beg your pardon, $600 days? What in the world?
Well, one of the biggest things that I tell everybody is, look, you have to make the training. They are giving you everything, every tool that you need. And the training that I received literally 7 days ago has turned my month of May around to literally May 1st, I had a $600 day. May 2nd, wow. $600. And that's one of my biggest things is this isn't just something that you jump into and you're on your own. Every single week you're given the tools, you're given the resources, you're given more tips, you're given, you know, it's amazing. I have 3 bachelor degrees and never made that much money.
Wow. Jesus. Now all of that education tells you the one thing that I can say is being teachable in this business makes a humongous difference. It really, really does. And your willingness to go after it is another thing. So I can almost assure you that $600 in 1 week has really changed your life. And happy Cinco de Mayo, except you have seis, not cinco. So you're really on a roll here. But overall, how has DS Domination, because I know that you had some medical challenges with your children. I know, how did it feel for you when you could just be there and not have to even wake up for the military? I mean, because the military, they have demands on you too. Whether you have a family, they tell you if they wanted you to have a family, they would have issued you one. So that's pretty much what they say. Right?
Yeah. Well, here in Bakersfield, unfortunately, our air quality is not the best. And my middle daughter has severe bronchial asthma. So usually at least once a week, she's coming home. And to be able to just drop what I'm doing, walk away, take care of my children, and not ask, I need a couple of hours. And literally, I couldn't find a full-time job because my children have appointments every week. I have 3 children. And one has a severe nasal speech impediment, so she has speech therapy weekly. One has severe bronchial asthma, and she goes in weekly for allergy shots. And not having to request the time off, miss the pay because you're requesting the time off. I mean, even worse, I was sitting in the hospital with my daughter, and we got called back into the ER, and my phone cha-chinged. And the doctors are looking at me like, what's this noise coming from your phone? I'm like, I'm sorry, I just got my paycheck, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, okay, you get a noise when your paycheck deposits? I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that is really good. I mean, you really have my heart so much, Heather, and I just really wanted you to have a chance to speak it because you have a compelling story, to say the least, and I know that we'll hear so much more from you in the future because there's just so much more to you, and I just appreciate you. The UOP appreciates you. Amen. Thank you so much, all of you so far, for joining us on the panel. I'm going to move on a little bit quickly here, but I'm getting every story because every piece and every part that you all play, it counts for us. We need you. We love and care about each of the members of the Unit of Prosperity. So anyway, Brian Cinnamon, what's going on down there? Come on, it's a myth. Yeah, come on.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Come on, Brian. Tell us about you.
Oh, hey, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you fine.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time as well. I've been in the industry for 14 years. I've seen every company that's been out there. I've even been a part of most of them. Some companies I made money, some companies I didn't. I've spoken on stage. I've had big teams. I've led people. I've completely fell out on my face before. So I've been in every place and every position that everybody's ever experienced with this industry. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that DSD is by far the most simple program. It's duplicatable. Anyone can do it. It's inexpensive. $20. I mean, come on. Skip a latte at Starbucks a couple times, and you've got the payment, right? So it's extremely simple. The training is all there. All you have to do is watch the videos and implement. Even if you're a little bit slow like I am, you can pause the video, do the step, come back to the video, push play, wait for the next step, pause it, go do it. This is nothing that nobody can't do. It's crazy. I'm also a military veteran. I spent 10 years in the Navy, so I know what that's about. And yes, they definitely do say that if they wanted you to have a family, that they would pack it in your sea bag. So, it's true. It was told to me. I had a chief in the Navy tell me, yes. So they don't care. It's a rough life. Currently, right now, I'm married. I have 2 small children. I'm going to college full-time for my 3rd bachelor's degree. Thank you, GI Bill. And I have a full-time job where I work 40 to 60 hours a week, and I still find time to do DS Domination 1 to 2 hours a day.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, that's it. Wait a minute. Okay, look. Brian, there are only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Come on, they're not going to add any more, man. How many? I mean, really?
I still sleep 8 hours a night. It's okay.
Well, that's your other life, I think. I mean, wow. You are working overtime, your brain. Okay, it's a good thing that DS Domination is that simple because it's easy to follow. So, I mean, aren't you glad that it's nice and simple? That's a heck of a, wow.
Yeah, I'm fortunate because it is extremely simple, and my team, not only me am I making money, but my team is making money. And, I'm going to do a little...
Brian, wait a minute. I said 24 hours. What team, Brian? You got a team too?
Oh, I didn't tell anybody. No, I've been here for 2 months, and the first month I kept it really quiet. I've actually been looking at DS Domination for the last 7 months. My sponsor showed it to me 7 months ago, and I was busy doing other things, and I decided not to do it or get started. And, I finally, the timing came right, and I joined 2 months ago. My first month, I played around with it. I didn't tell anybody what I was doing, nothing. I made $500 in my first month, which was great. And then I said, okay, there's something to this. So 30 days ago, I started recruiting. I have 20 people on my team. I mean, it's crazy. You know, anybody can do this. Anybody can recruit. You know, we tell everyone all the time, you know, oh, well, you could do this business and make money without recruiting. Yes, absolutely, you can totally do that. But if you're making great money, why not share with other people, right?
That's right.
So,
That's right.
and
That's
you know, everybody earlier, people were sharing their results. I also had some cha-chings while I was waiting.
That's
So,
right.
You know, I'm sitting here waiting on a panel to talk to you guys on a Google Hangout, and I'm making money. So,
And you know something? You have made time for us tonight. Brian, you got a lot going on, sir. But you know what? You are still making it happen. And when you have that attitude, and DS Domination, is it hard? Is it stressful? Do you feel totally pressured? I mean, the fact that you have come to it just really tells a story about how it makes you feel.
No, it's great. I have a really good time. It's so simple. I jumped straight to my phone first thing in the morning to see if I cha-chinged while I was sleeping. And you know, I go about my day. I'll set up my advertising in the morning. I'll update all my items before I go to work. I'll go do my job, cha-ching a couple times during the day while I'm working. And then at night, I come home, have dinner with my family, do a little bit more listing on eBay. Kids go to bed, and then it's grind time for a couple hours until it's bedtime again. So I find the time. I'm extremely busy. I have a really big schedule, but there's no time that this really takes. You know, an hour, 30 minutes a day, you can make money.
You know what I love so much about what you said? You said that you have to chings while you're at work, so you're really making money while you're making money, right?
Yeah, actually I am.
Yeah, so what's going on in the background? I love that. I really love that. The thing about this, too, is that people have spouses, but no spouses are complaining that you're gone for 5 hours a day doing that, whatever that is. It's working while you're having dinner with your family. So, again, I absolutely appreciate you taking this hour, really, Brian. I mean, I'm serious. Your time is worth a lot, and we just appreciate you sitting there patiently waiting to tell us your story. I want to hear a whole lot more of it, so I'll be tuning in to the group, which, by the way, has grown to over 10,000 people, and when I came into the group, it was 485. I was number 485, okay? We're at like 10,200 people, so I will be watching your results as well as everybody. We really appreciate all of you. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We're now going to I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to save you for last, Melissa. I see you over there. I see you, girl. I see you. I'm going to jump over to Alicia Johnson. Alicia Johnson is another one. I can tell her story because she's on my team. But this girl, she too works full-time. She's married and has a little baby. And she found my link on somebody else's page who refused to sign her up, pretty much. And so I'm blessed because, you know, she wasn't skipped over. I got her. So Alicia, please tell us about your story, because she is a go-getter to go get and keep on getting. So come on, girl, tell us about yourself and how you are feeling about DS Domination.
How am I feeling about DS Domination?
Yeah.
Turn up, let's go. I'm Mrs. Excitement Part 2, okay? Let's just do that. I'm so excited about DS Domination. You guys just do not know. Deetra already pointed out, I found her event to the Hangout by accident. I was being nosy on Facebook. And my friend posted that she was going, and I said, oh, let me be nosy and find out what this DS Domination is all about. And let's just say that one hangout was all I needed to be hooked. I signed up immediately that night, and I got right into the training videos, and it took me a little longer to get my first cha-ching, but I didn't give up. I just kept plugging away. I kept listing, kept finding items, and I kept looking on the UOP Facebook page. And it inspired me to take a leap of faith and go ahead and become an affiliate, even though I didn't get my first cha-ching. And the first week I got into the affiliate side, I kept getting sign-ups left or right. You know, I've had some come, had some go. I want to say that right now I have 3 levels on my affiliate side.
Yes, she does.
How long she been in?
Alicia, wait a minute. And see, this is how it happens. Because in DS Domination, when we talk about no recruiting, as Brian was saying, people begin to come to you, draw the energy, and it is such a blessing because you have no extra pressure to recruit.
Yes,
you don't have to go out looking for people. They begin to come to you because everybody is looking for some additional income that they don't have to run themselves in the ground for. So that's what I wanted you to shed some light on, how you were able to do this in between all of your other stuff. And I know that you're into the ministry too, so you have a lot going on also.
I'm very busy. I'm a very busy girl. I get about 2 hours of DS Domination time right now. My hope is that I can get to a point where I can fire my boss.
Amen. Yes.
And then be able to do this full time. That would be awesome. But right now it's part time. Like I said, I have 3 levels. And the thing about me is that I heard a hangout about a month ago where Keisha Bass talked about being creative and having ideas. And I took that and I ran with it, and I started to create podcasts. I've done a couple YouTube videos, and I'm going to get back to that, but I have been really, really focusing on doing podcasts, blog entries, and also I've been doing my Craigslist ads. And I just told Deetra this last week. I did a Craigslist ad, and on the first day, I got 60 leads in that.
Okay, hold on. Make sure that people know you're saying 60. 60.
Right. 60 leads in one day off of one Craigslist ad that was free. It was awesome.
And out
of that, I've signed up 2-3 people off of that one Craigslist ad.
And why do you think that is? Do you think it's because they have to invest $500, which they clearly do not? It is
$19.95. It will change your life. Seriously, it's changed my life. And if I can touch on this, I am one of the biggest introverts you would ever meet prior to DS Domination.
I can't tell.
And DS Domination has opened me up so much to talk to people freely. I'm so passionate about this business. And just like Deetra, you're my sponsor. This is, what's your word for it?
Occupation.
Occupation, that's right. But no, seriously, I love it. I really see the value in this program. I know for a fact if I'm able to put in more and just keep going, that the fruit of my labor is going to show. And I just want to encourage anyone who's not seeing the results that they may want to see, just keep going. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, and the whole team is going to be there to hoorah and be there for you. Just keep it going. If I can be of inspiration to you, please don't give up. $20 will change your life.
Absolutely. You are so on point, Alicia. I'm so very proud of you, not having knowing me that you even trusted me. So that is such a wonderful thing. The other thing I wanted to remind people of is if you click on the link below and you get started, the page should go back to the person who invited you once you get yourself started. When you click on the link below, either one, get started or more information, it should track you right back to the person who invited you. I'm so very proud of each and every person on this panel, and you know who is last. You know it is last, but absolutely not least. Woo-woo! It's Melissa Hollis. We want to know about you, Melissa. Come out and tell us about you and help us wrap this thing up.
Goodness. Okay, so the pressure didn't build at all while I was waiting. Yeah, a little bit. So I started with DS Domination. Actually, Heather West is my cousin, and she was my sister. So we both started back in January, and I was working full-time. I don't go much into my personal life. My husband and I went through just an insane 2 years of our life. We had it all, and then yeah, we had nothing. It was bad. So we had just started building our life back a little bit, but I was working full-time, and it's hard. You know, your kids want stuff, and you want to go places, and it's just hard. And the economy, and it's just a struggle, and your kids don't understand. You know, my 4-year-old just doesn't get why he can't have everything, and we told him he was the spoiled one, and I can't spoil him. So it was hard. And in January, when Heather just showed me this program, kind of knew a little bit about eBay. I kind of understood, and I was like, okay, great, it's $20, and I can make some extra money from home in the kind of spare time that I have. Then I guess I'll just try it. It's $20. What's the worst that happens? I try it. I can't do it. Then I guess I just keep muddling through my day job.
Right.
But that's all it was for me, was just an opportunity to make a little bit of money. And April, I quit my regular job.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Woo! So, yes. And you know, that is exactly why we wanted you, because you were one of the testimonies that we knew that you had quit your job, and I'm telling you, that has got to be the most liberating, free-flying, free-spirited feelings ever. I'm talking, I know that your entire household was so happy, right?
Yeah, you know, and 4-year-olds, they say things, but when he's constantly looking at me and saying, just tell your boss you're quit. Tell him you're fired.
Oh.
And I'm like, but Mommy can't do that. We have to pay the bills. And when it actually happened, I remember, you know, I told my husband, you know, this is going so well. Maybe I could, you know, stay home and make this work. And as the profits started rolling in, you know, they just kept increasing because I kept putting in that effort. And then one weekend we just sat down and I had like a 3-day weekend, and we said, okay, let's see what you can do. And he supported me, and I got on the computer and I was like, oh my gosh, if I could do this a couple hours a day versus half an hour every couple of days, I could kill this. And I resigned.
Yes.
And I'm home and I love it.
Yes, and you have full support here too, and you have so much training. I mean, the training here, do you think you get enough? Do you think, I mean, it's worth a fortune. We feel so spoiled here. How do you feel about the training?
You know, that's one of the things I tell my friends is that imagine if I said to you, let me take you out to lunch, and you just pay for my $20 lunch, and I'll tell you everything I know. Would you pay for my lunch? It's $20. And they're like, of course, it's all the information you have in your head from this training. So I'm like, it's the same concept. Sign up. You get it all.
That's right.
There is training upon training upon training. And the people that, you know, I have a smaller team under me, they love it. And whatever they don't get, you know, there's 10,000 members on Facebook. Ask a question. They're there for you. Ask me. You know, I'm going to help you. I do the eBay. That's my business. That's my income. Right. So, and then there's so much training, and then the webinars, and it just goes on and on. You can't fail if you just put in the effort to make it work for you. If you want a little bit of extra income, totally possible. You want to excel far past what I'm making and make this your business and your living and retire, that's possible too. It's what you want to do with it.
Yes, and that is so very true. You have such an opportunity to be creative, and as we interact in the group, we see that there's so many different things that you can do, but as long as you follow that training, the sky is the limit, and you truly can have income every single day. And I think that each and every one of you on this hangout has experienced the flow through of cash. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. You don't have to go to the bank. There's no paper checks. It's called digital and electronic payday. And it is on a daily basis, and you really can't beat that. And the other thing now is that with the health insurance, the fact that you can get it on your own, corporate America is becoming obsolete as far as I'm concerned, because they don't care about families, and you can now do it yourself. This is like an a la carte life, and that's what I'm about. Do it, live your life on your terms, and each and every one of us on this panel can attest to the fact that this is how it works. Melissa, I am so proud of you. I am so excited for you and the increase that your household is going to receive, because children don't understand. They just think it's cut and dry, but they have no idea that what you do every day is really how they're going to be able to exist and have a roof over their head and have food. And I know that all of us on this panel understand that. We are family people. We encourage family. We don't alienate. We bring people together, and that is what the vision of the UOP is. and even Roger Langell, who does a lot of our training, he is a family man. That is the core and center of DS Domination. So I just want to say thank you, every single person who has been on this panel, from Brian Cinnamon to Jimmy to Sue, Nikki, everyone. Lakeisha, girl, come on and get your collection, girl. We took up an offering for you. I'm just saying. Heather, I'm just so happy to really be working with you all. We are all celebrating, and I will see you all in Las Vegas May 30th through June the 1st. Get yourself to Las Vegas. Make your plan, and we will see you then. Thank you so much for every person who has joined us on this hangout tonight. Get back to the people who introduced you to DS Domination, and we will see you next week on the UOP Hangout. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Have a good night, and we will see you soon.